This video covers some national lap steels from 1935 to 1965, and it's an interesting period. And probably most interesting of all national lap steels is the New Yorker, which in the period from this introductory year 35, this is version 3, right through to 65, had approximately 17 different versions. And just in 1935 there were 3 versions. This is the last of the 35s, and these first versions had an external pickup, and then underneath this plate, which is held on by screws, you can lift the plate out and there are hidden pickups underneath the fretboard. And the first several versions had that, and then they went to different pickup configurations. So this first version had 4 control knobs. A little hard to see, but full treble and full bass on one side, and master control, so master volume, and natural Hawaiian. Nice, really nice Bakelite knobs. Extremely hard to match if you find a guitar without all the knobs. And they have this removable handrest, which makes it a little easier to play without the handrest, using the bridge as your handrest. So you can mute, because with the handrest on it's a little hard to play. Amphenol connector on the wrong side really, but on the bass side of the guitar. So this next one is a 1937 version, again with hidden pickups, different controls. This control became pretty standard across the range for a fair while. We have Hawaiian, chimes and harp as the 3 tone controls, but it's really blending the pickups, I believe, and a single volume control. But again, it's got the 2 hidden pickups. They have really nice covered tuners. Another removable handrest. Then in the middle of the New Yorkers is the beautiful console. It's a beautiful guitar, but extremely heavy, very ornate. It's double 8 string. Extremely nice. Next, this is where we change into the single pickup, non-removable fretboard section, and this is 1939. It's gone from Bakelite or plastic fretboard to a metal fretboard. Still has a Hawaiian, chimes and harp tone control, single volume control, tweak case, which is nice, which is reverted back to the first one. Had a tweak case. They had these different types of coverings in the meantime. So also a different handrest, which is probably problematic. It's a big huge cover. Probably, if you're playing this, you'd probably prefer to have it off. Then up to the post-war 1947 version, single pickup, and these Perspex, I believe, was developed during the war. So you know, after the war, they started using Perspex covers. It's a pickup cover and handrest. Still chimes, Hawaiian and harp control. Gone away from the metal knobs on the tuners, still covered. The nice Roman numeral coloured fretboard markers. A very different guitar to the first versions, and then in this guitar was sold to a pawn shop, and the pickups were removed. It's virtually mint. The only issue is it's got empty pickup cavities, and this was the last model and the last variant. Went for a few years and in a couple of different configurations, but it was the first version that went to 2 pickups, so they had 2 square pickups side by side, as you can see, missing on this guitar, and a single control for tone, and in from 0 to 100 for some reason, and a single volume control. Nice chrome national logo, and a felt back. All the others have a checkered solid rubber back, and state loan nicely engraved into the paint job, and a silver metallic serial stick-on serial number. Very nice guitar there. The New Yorker logo with the graphics of the high-rise buildings that they'll represent. I believe it was the Empire State Building was the inspiration for the original design. And then not a New Yorker, but 1937 Silvo, which incorporates a lot of the design features of the New Yorkers. Now these were built with leftover resonator tenor bodies, and well, not converted. They just used the bodies without the resonator, and fitted an electric setup. The only issue with this particular one is a crack where it's been put down with the cable attached and cracked the body, which may have been a joint, I'm not sure, but it's in beautiful condition other than that. And yeah, so they made the resonator tenors into Silvo electric models, and if you had a resonator tenor, you could send it back to National and they would convert it into a Silvo, which had a plain black cover plate, or the mounting for the electronics, and they were different in several other ways. They weren't as ornate as the factory built ones. So that's some National lap steels from 1935 to 1965.